Morning diggers. We're out in, Dorset today, Dorchester, and we were in Somerset yesterday, and anyway, the intro is a bit cocked up. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I'm doing it today. So, anyway, going on to this bit, we've got sort of, I don't know, 35, 40 acres of land we're looking over, and this is a reccy. I've done these before. For those of you who don't know what a reccy is, in a couple of weeks' time there's going to be a group dig here, and I'm just coming here to see if there's any green waste in the ground. Green waste is stuff like wire or nails or crap that's been dumped here over the years, because I wouldn't want a group dig to come here with all that rubbish all over the place. We're looking at the length of the grass, the parking, the nearest pubs, and all the rest of it, so there's loads to do. Anyway, yeah, the grass looks fine. I've got my detector set off over here. I'm going to flag this first, just have a little look around and see if there's any hot spots, and then we're going to go jump a field, and jump a field. So I'm going to be here for about 5 or 6 hours. I'm going to be doing a few live digs. I don't know if anything's going to come up. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know the place from Adam, whoever Adam is, but we shall see. Anyway, we'll see you on the first hole. That's about it, really. Oh, and thank you for everyone that subscribed. We're on 800 odd now. Mental comments, brilliant. Love you all. Brilliant. See you at the first hole.
Well, as crazy as it seems, I'm out in this wind and weather today. It's probably 45 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour winds that they're saying, and a lot of rain, but I've decided to get back on the pasture, because that mud is just something else. It takes you forever and a day to get yourself clean again. You can't get the fines out. But anyway, I reckon this is a keyhole that goes in like on a chest, bang, in there, key, bloody blah. Could be any age, probably 1940s maybe, something like that. Yeah, there's no mistaking, definitely a keyhole. Well, this is quite interesting. It looks as though it's a back of a watch, and it's got some. I didn't think it did have. I thought it was just crap. I just looked at the back of it. I thought, ugh. And by the way, in this hole, I thought somebody had been buried. Look at it. Look at that. Ooh, some bone or other. Somebody said it's a dog bone. Mark reckons it's definitely an animal bone, so that's a good start. We don't have to call any people to tell them we found a body in the field. We've just found the watch that maybe belongs to that body. And oh my god, it's windy. That's twice that's blew over while I've been talking to you, but never mind. Anyway, we're on the silver, which is good enough, and I'm going home now. Bye. Right, this has just popped up. We think it's a 1948 sixpence. They're funny, these colours. Look at it. It's like I didn't go home, by the way. It's like a I'm going to actually put up with it all day and tomorrow. But it's like a reddy type colour, and that's the colour they go. And on the back of there, somebody would be. Ah, there you go. That's what I was trying to say. Somewhere, somebody would be Edward VI. No, George the bloody sixth, isn't it? What's going wrong? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. My excuse is I can't see it, so bugger it. It's a 1948. Should I say shilling? It's still windy as hell. We haven't had much come up, but what I just had up is a toasty. So it's always promising. This is probably a George III in there somewhere in the back, rubbed off from years ago. But I can see some stuff on the top. But yeah, windy as hell. Really hard to hear the signals. But they're here. We just got to work from today, I think. It's, as I said, we've got to the pasture, all this here. We just thought, well, that's it. We're not going to cross all that mud again today, because it is getting worse. Look at it. Angry clouds. But there's a few coins coming up, so it's all good. And I've had a few buttons. I'm not filming them, but I'll put them all together at the end. Well, that's quite odd. I just had a tom back up. Hang on, let me just clean that a minute, so we can get a... Yeah. So I just had a tom back up, I don't know, 1800, something like that, maybe. But that come up on a 15, and they don't often come up on a 15, especially on the Manticore. They're usually sort of 35s, 40s. But yeah, an old tomback button. As I said, we're not doing brilliant, but it's early days and there's quite a lot to go yet. Well, I think I'm on the right ground and I'm on the right path, but I'm just on the wrong coins and stuff. I can't moan. I mean, it's a toasty. Might be a button. I don't think it's a button, but yeah, it's just not hitting into it at the minute. I was just saying to my mate, you know, we haven't had any buckles up or anything. They reckon they've had sort of half a buckle, but yeah, it just ain't happening today at the minute. Well, we've really been struggling with the rain and wind today. The sort of rain's gone, but the wind is it's only about 50 mile an hour, but it's blooming. Walking into it is hard work, but anyway, enough of that. There's a debuckle there off a horse by the look of it. So that's somewhat decent. We just moved off the grass because it's been windy. We're back on a little bit of mud. Well, I'm going to call it mud, but it's sort of stubble. But yeah, we've had some good stuff up over here. So it's not a new permission, but it's we'll see. But that's the first bit. Well, this one's just come up. Good old Georgie boy. Ugh. Just come down. Where's he gone? Oh, George. Which way did he go, George? George the 5th toasty. And he's happy now. He's out the ground. He's coming back to my house. Looks like my dad, actually. Mind you, been gone 20 years, so... Anyway, lovely. On to the next. Well, we're not getting many artifacts, but this one's just come up. And it looks sort of artifacty, wouldn't you say? Would anybody know what this is? Has it got a ring on the top? Might have found something like that the other day, but not sure. Odd. But yeah, it's definitely old. But how old? Who knows? Well, this is the small head. Georgian penny. Look at that. Cracking little coin that is. Come up on a blimmin' screamer. And you roughly know what they are every time when they come up on your detector. Well, especially on the Manticore, I expect on most, you can sort of define what these are. But yeah, what a beauty. Well, I'm definitely not winning today, but I'm definitely not losing either. I'm starting to find a few relics now, which is nice. And this one's a spectacle buckle. Could be going back any age. I keep on about these things. You could say 1500, you could say 1400, you could say 1300, until you actually match them up in the book and get to the bottom of what they are. Yeah, you'll never know, but in my head, that's about sort of 1500, I think. Right, God only knows what this is, but we haven't had a lot of luck today, and the way our luck's going, I think this could be a bit of leady, typey, hammery, Georgie, Edwardy, King Richard, old, mega hammered, but broken. Look at that. And he's looking straight at you. Am I really a bit of lead? No, I'm a hammered. Hammered! Anyway, let's clean it up. Right, so you think it's a Richard John or Henry, this one. It's a voided short cross. No, it's not. Is that? It's a short cross. And there's his face. Ugh, and there's the rain. Ugh. Yep, lovely. Well, this has just popped up, and I reckon it's a trash buckle. I think that should be that way, but yeah, I don't know. It looks like a buckle. Feels like a buckle, that sort of size maybe. But yeah, a buckle. Anyway, moving on. Well, this is one of the better buttons of the day. Look at that. What a beauty. Ugh, excuse my fingers, they're getting rather damp and murky and muddy. I was going to say shitty then, but yeah, it's definitely a button. But that is crazy. What a lovely little thing. Well, it's been quite a productive day. I think we got a lead scribe here, wouldn't you say? Yep. Please pay Mr. Mead £10,000 only. Cash. Beautiful. A lead scribe. Well, it's coming to the end of this dig today. We thought this was a spur, but it looks like it's off a draw handle. That you can see the square bit. Anyway, we're going to do an intro a bit later on. Not that you'll need to know, because you'll have seen it anyway. But yeah, we're going to do an intro. And this dig sees us going down into Dorchester tomorrow. And that'll be the second part of the clip. And that's... we're doing a recce for a detecting group. I don't need to say who they are, but it's like I said loads of times, they want to know if there's any green waste, they want to know if there's any stuff there, and they want to know what the grass is like. Well, this is what the grass is like here, and it's absolutely appalling ground at the minute. All this mud and muck. I swore today I wouldn't do that, but I am. But anyway, we'll see you in Dorchester. Well, no luck so far. I've dug some sort of 34s. I'm always sort of conscious of 34s because that's coke cans or ring pulls or whatever they call them. I've dug some other bits and that bit of copper tube just now. But if you look at this one, sort of got a 56 there, so I'm just sort of running through my head because I've dug like quite a bit of junk, and we're really close to some power lines, and it's sort of near a sort of B road, which was quite a busy road to be honest. And I'm thinking with the power lines, there's a couple of them here, one there and one across the road, and they go down there. And I'm just wondering if years ago or whenever they put them up, their workers might have parked in this field. I don't know, but yeah, there's just seems to be a lot of crap at the minute. And that's what these recce's are all about. I mean, yeah, if you go on these digs, you know, it's to be expected, all this sort of stuff. But I'm actually doing your job by digging the crap out in a minute. Thank you very much. Ah, there you go. Well, we got something here. Some sort of toasty or button. Probably a toasty. Nothing on it, but yeah, that's the first thing that's come up. So we'll just be, you know, putting it all together, and I should be showing the guy later, including the farmer, what we've got and what's about and what we think's about. But you know, it's always the gate we come in at, it's always dodgy by gates. That's where most of the people find their crap, but throw their crap, or you find the crap. But it's odd because on the way back to the car usually is when you get your best finds, as you may or may not know. But yeah, I'm putting it all back together really nice. I think the bloke said he's got beef cattle and maybe some sheep, so you know, if they get on here and there's loose plugs and stuff, you end up pulling them up and having massive great big holes. So yeah, just filled that one in quite nicely. And take note, for you that don't fill their holes in properly, that's what they should be looking like. Over and out and on to the next.
Our fear of what comes after. We'll hold on for better days.
Right, these are fantastic things. These are off of petrol cans, and yeah, they go for 20-30 quid on eBay, maybe a bit less, but this one's in good nick. And I'm just I got to do this. I'm going to do it on my own back. All right, I'm going to stick it back in the ground. All right, I'm going to stick this back in the ground, and whoever finds it is going to get a free dig on the next dig. With this particular group, and it become apparent, but I'll just send this now to the person that's organising it. Bloody brilliant little find. Do you know, before we even got down to this place, we were convinced it would be all Georgian and Victorian, and by the look of it, with what we're getting up, it is. And I got a funny feeling there may be a couple of older relics, the odd hammered, because I was having this conversation with someone the other night saying that, you know, I know it's the area and I know it's, you know, the population and all that lot, but money's money. I mean, there's a penny of today's money and there's a hammered coin of yesterday's money. And there's, in the middle, there's William whoever, and there's Charles this, and whoever. It's money, and money's money, and they've dropped it over the years. They must have. And yeah, it's mugs like me that got to try and find it. And then get all excited about it. Anyway, on to the next. Did I talk about this thing? Yeah, no, perhaps not. Anyway, a buckle. Well, we've come into field 2. It doesn't really matter me showing you this because you'll never get where it is. Well, some of you might who live down this way, but yeah, just come along here. Another couple of toasties and a little pot mend. So you can't really date these things. I mean, it could be anything, people messing around with sort of mending, you know, pots and stuff like that with a bit of lead. I don't know, 1600, 1500, possibly earlier, possibly back to Roman times, but I sort of date them around there, roughly. But yeah, but going back to these, yeah, we're not going to cane it. We're just going to go over it just very, very lightly. So far though, there's about 6 or 7 toasties that have come up. Nothing really good apart from that Vicky. But yeah, there's got to be hammers here for him, aren't there? There's got to be some buckles and some relics. They're gonna love it. Bless them. 20 quid a time. Oh, what a cheap day out. Providing you've got £1,000 Deus or a 1,500, £2,000 Manticore with all the gubbins. Getting good luck with that. Well, I've had rain for the last sort of half hour. Blooming clouds following me about. Blooming, and these power lines following me around. But what I would say, this here, right, I just dug this. Now, I'll just give you a rough idea. Well, we all know what it is. I'm not even going to say what it is because it's going to bring me more bad luck. Look at it. All the way along there. All the way along there, all the way along there, all the way up here, 3 or 4 fields over, all the way down here, all the way down here, and all the way down there, and summit over there, and by this tree, and up this track, and along here, and somebody has lost that. I mean, what the hell? Does that even make any sense? Because, no, just no. Well, we got a screamer here, which is 82, so I thought I'd do a live dig, and it's not sort of reading it up there, so it's not a tin, unless it's a tin sort of lower down. Yeah, sort of holding its own. It's sort of a long target, so it might not be a coin actually. I think it could be. It could be just crap, but you know, I'm thinking for the best what it could be. Isn't it funny, eh? Why don't you just dig the hole and bloody show it rather than mess about and guess? Well, so now we're in here. What is in the hole? Oh, sounds a bit odd. The pointer don't like it. The detector does. Does that mean Garrett's better than Manticore? Probably. Let's all go out and buy Garrett's. Oh, God. Is it in there? What is that? Oh, God. Something that resembles me. I'm talking like that, thinking it was a coin. Well, actually, I told you it's quite big, didn't I? And I thought it was a knob, but it's not. It's one of those things that goes on the cow horns to stop the cows from injuring people or injuring their fellow cows. Yes, indeedy. Well, I'm not sure now, but somebody somewhere along that must recognise that. Somewhere along the line must recognise that. And it is railway on the top. And it's got this, I don't know, how far away are we from Corfe Castle? 20 miles the way the bird flies, so maybe something like that. Don't know. Go and have a good look at it. I know what you're going to do. You're going to Photoshop it and you're going to say, look what I know about this. Well, I already know you're Photoshopping it, so no cheating. Well, do you know, I'm not going to keep rambling on about crap all the time, but I am. The bloke who told me to come here, he said, you want to get down there, Andy? He said, I'm sure there's Saxon, I'm sure there's this, and I'm sure there's that. And I sort of looked on the map and I thought, well, I'm sure there's not. And he's sure there is, and I'm sure there's not. And I haven't dug any of it, and I've not had it hammered up. It's just been Georgian and Victorian, and I had a vision of that happening, a vision. Yep, there might be something over there. There might be, you know, there's bound to be something. Obviously there's something, but there's not what he's going on about. Anyway, I won't mention him anymore because I'm down here doing this and I'm absolutely loving it. But, oh, have I told you about this? I think it's another badge. SMO. SMO. What does that stand for? Any ideas? And this mark here? I can't really clean it up, and it is a badge, but found it right down by the water over there. So I don't know. Well, if you know, let me know. And I am rambling a lot today, and I'm not trying to fill the video up with crap because everybody will turn off. Well, if there's anybody still here, but the stuff is Victorian and Georgian, and that's it, no more. And the odd caster. Well, going back to this thing, it's not SMO. I thought that was it. See, you can see where I got that SMO. Never mind about all that. Anyway, Dorset. Is that the flag of Dorset? I don't know. Is there a Dorset flag? I know there's a Devon and Cornwall flag. I think it's green and bluey, blacky thing. But yeah, Dorset. Right, historically speaking, we've gone back 100 and some odd years. What's that? 1862. 125 years-ish, maybe? I don't know. My maths ain't all that good, but you know who's on the back, bless her. And she's just come out of a hole, and she's going to go back home with me. Isn't that lovely? No, chipped up here as well. Yeah, anyway, bit of a toasty, but we're finding stuff. That's 4 or 5 coins on the trot now. That's mental. Right, this is interesting. And any of you know what coins I like, these are my favourite. And it's George III, and it's 1797. And these coins were made for 3 years on a steam-powered press. And yeah, 3 years. They're all sort of 1797, but they were stopped being made because of the actual copper content, I believe, superseded the value of the coin. So you've got the pennies and you've got the 2 pennies, and to find a 2 penny, I've never found one, and this is rare for a metal detectorist to find one. I'll just add that bit on the end. Yeah, but yeah, we could just about see them there. But people come up with these as well, and they'll say, oh yeah, they're brilliant, you know, look at the condition of this one. With these, you've only got to drop them once and they've had it. You know, they might be uncirculated, they might be mint. Drop it on the floor, dink, on the side, gone. But yeah, a 2 penny cartwheel, which is very, very rare for a detectorist to find. And I sort of found it. Well, this is definitely a blokey type find. Look at that, Duckham's oil. How cool is that? And that, God, blimey, that 2 pence cartwheel, that's mad. I can't get over that. How would you not know you dropped that? That's just, that, you know, they're heavy as well. You ever seen one? They're massive. But anyway, Duckham's. And it wasn't very far away from that other thing I dug up, Pratt's thing. So who knows, could have been a scrapyard round here. Well, what about that? Look at this, isn't that cracking? I think it says Gordini on the bottom of it. I think, I haven't cleaned it up yet, but what a beauty. That is absolutely stunning. Oh, I'm pleased about that. Imagine being in one of them. I bet it's bumpy. Anyway. Well, how about that for a button, hey? I don't ever think I've seen anything like it. That is lovely. It looks like there's two ladies doing something or other. Looks like one's, I don't know, doing up her apron or something, do you reckon? Yeah, what a bloody lovely button. Well, we don't know, we're probably clutching at straws, but this looks like a cauldron pot leg. But I don't know how old that would be. If it was, it'd put this place back medieval. So, I don't know. It's an odd one. So that might mean there's other stuff about here. Well, we got another George up, a big one at that as well. I think he's 1808. They normally are 1808, 1807. Split rim here, look. And a Britannia on the, George III on the back there somewhere. But look at that for a rim, look. That is crazy. But yeah, they come up with a banging signal. Listen to this. Oh, oh, it's like a fire alarm. Quick, get me out. And we did. Well, it's been a day of Georgians, definitely, and Victorias and stuff, and yeah, there we go. 1869 was it, or 89? Yeah, 1889. Oh dear. And that's pretty smooth, that one, but you can see some on it, which ain't too bad. And yeah, I think that's about the end of this place. And will I come here with the diggers? Probably, yeah, why not? Give me a little bit of moral support. Well, that was a couple of good days, I reckon. There was a lot of trivia I was talking about. Trivia nonsense, I'd say. And I claim there's a scrapyard over there somewhere. And I think I found this buckled belt. And never mind. Anyway, so day one, got battered by winds, raining like hell, pasture and mud. And we had that lovely hammered up, and there's other bits and pieces. I think we had a triple silver, but I didn't film one of them because my mate Mark Horton, Ops Horton Metal Detecting, he found one, and I'll put a picture of it up later with him holding it, I expect. Ugh, yeah, wish I found that. But anyway, day two. Yeah, day two. This is day two, and I'm out on a recce for a metal detecting group, as I said in the intro. Would I have the people across here? Well, open arm. You've seen the stuff coming out. There's tons of it. And look at all this. Look. Look. I don't even have to hide the place. It's just massive. And I've just, you know, I've done nothing. There's 4 or 5 fields. And I just walked around the sides and I thought, well, should I go over there or do this bit? And there's bits come up everywhere. And there were some quite nice bits too. And I'm sure there's a lot more. I reckon there's jewellery here. There's probably hammers here. There could be Romans. There could be anything. And good luck to them. They're going to put all their cars over there, park there, probably put a burger van up, and yeah, they're going to really enjoy themselves. And I'm pleased that I've come here, checked the grass out, checked what's in here, checked the parking out, checked the pub, and all the rest of it. So yep, I'm pleased. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the clip. It's a bit long-winded, this one, and there weren't so many really good items, but you're not going to get it all the time. Anyway, we'll see you all again, and if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Subscribe. If you don't, don't. Just watch it, like it, comment. We love it, and we'll see you again.
Tune in and break away. Forget our fear of what comes.